What is up, F and True followers and the members of the YWC? JC Styles here with the F brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com with the Friday Night Smackdown review for March 9th, 2012. Smackdown went off the air just a little while ago, so I wanted to get this up for you guys so you could check out the results in case you weren't able to watch the show. So we start off Smackdown with the video package from last Monday night, where we see Santino picking up the United States Championship off of Jack Swagger. We see a cage being lowered, and standing in the middle of the ring is David Otunga and John Laurinaitis. We hear Laurinaitis announce that there will be a United States Championship match to start off the show inside a steel cage. We see Santino pick up the win and retain the U.S. Championship against Jack Swagger. Dolph Ziggler tried to interfere, which was caught by a couple of Cobras. We also see Santino going to crawl towards the cage door and is put into the ankle lock. As this is happening, Vicky Guerrero takes it upon herself, thinking that Santino was going to wiggle his way out of the cage. She goes and pushes the referee. As her back is turned to the cage door, we see Santino roll out of the ankle lock, which put Jack Swagger in a very uncomfortable position and hit with the steel door. Post, we see Santino crawl out of the ring and retain the United States Championship. We go to commercial and come back to a backstage segment with Teddy Long and John Laurinaitis. We see Teddy begging John to cancel the match between Kane versus Oksana, but we all know John Laurinaitis abuses his power and will not. We hear Teddy begging, pleading, asking nicely to cancel the match. We then see John Laurinaitis make a match between John Laurinaitis and Teddy Long, and the winner decides if Oksana and Kane will happen. We then go to a commercial and come back. We see Drew McIntyre out in the ring, or walking down to the ring, and said John Laurinaitis has given him a shot at getting his job back against a mystery opponent of his choosing. We then see the Great Khali's music hit, and then we see Khali come walking out. As Khali is about to get into the ring, we hear David Otunga's voice over the intercom, and we hear that John Laurinaitis changed his mind and chose another opponent. Out comes Hornswoggle, and we all know we see Drew McIntyre basically pick up the win, getting his job back. Post-match, as the celebration is happening of Drew McIntyre celebrating of getting his job back, he is caught by a big chop by the Great Khali. We then go to commercial and come back. We see Mark Henry versus Ezekiel Jackson. Now, these two powerhouses went at it, with Mark Henry picking up the win, and we saw Ezekiel Jackson attempt to go for the torture rack. Now, it would have been kind of interesting to see that happen because Ezekiel Jackson's got power, and he is a big guy. And I would have liked to have seen this match go a little bit more, and I would have liked to have seen this match. I would have definitely have liked to seen them give Ezekiel Jackson a little bit more of an edge in this match, but we did not. We see Mark Henry win with the world's strongest slam. We then see Teddy Long versus John Laurinaitis, who John Laurinaitis was wearing black shoes, black spandex under a tracksuit. Laurinaitis started the match by basically telling Teddy to lay down if he didn't want his girlfriend to face Kane. We then see Kane come out, who is cut off by an RKO from Randy Orton, which the distraction made by that allowed Teddy Long to roll up John Laurinaitis for the win. We see Teddy and Oksana flee the arena and getting out of Dodge, which the RKO set up a segment in the main event later on in the night. We then see a good tag team match between Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, and Epico and Primo. We see R-Truth and Kofi Kingston pick up the win. which hopefully this gives them a chance to compete for the tag team titles at WrestleMania. And no, it seems like they've been, showcasing the tag team division a little bit more as of late. And I definitely like to see that at WrestleMania. Guys, comment on that. I would love to hear your videos, your thoughts on that subject. Do you guys would you guys want to see the tag team championships defended at WrestleMania? We then see Michael Cole interviewing Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. We hear Sheamus call Daniel Bryan a whiny little girl who, instead of AJ wearing the skirt, Daniel Bryan should wear the skirt. And Sheamus says the only claim to fame that Daniel Bryan has is having AJ help him win. As AJ went to go say something, Daniel Bryan told her to shut up. Then we see Cody Rhodes come out, followed by The Big Show, The Miz, and Randy Orton, which set up the six-man main event where we saw Big Show, Randy Orton, and Sheamus pick up the win over Cody, The Miz, and Daniel Bryan. Post-match, we see Kane come down and try to get the upper hand on Randy Orton, but Orton was basically panning the crowd to see where Kane was going to come out and cut Kane off as he was trying to get in the ring. We see these two battle out around ringside, where we see these two take it into the audience, and we see these guys fighting through the crowd. As SmackDown goes off the air, we see the two fighting in the crowd, and cuts to black, WWE logo, end of the show. Overall, I probably have to say this was a very good SmackDown. It's a shame, though, that tonight's SmackDown was just riddled with video packages from Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and Triple H situation, the Rock and Cena feud. There's no solid 2 hours of wrestling on SmackDown anymore. You probably get at least a good hour and 5 to an hour and 10 minutes of wrestling on SmackDown. The rest is promos setting up the matches later in the night, or we see video packages from Monday Night Raw or past pay-per-views. So guys, with that being said, please stay tuned for our Monday Night Raw review, our updates. Also, next week we'll be doing an epic WrestleMania 28 discussion with two members of the F and True Click, Chronix from Most Extreme Wrestling and James from We Are Pro Wrestling. So stay tuned for that. Guys, I'm JC Styles, and have a great weekend.